Welcome back to the Art and Jennifer Show. To say that this flu season has been abnormal is an understatement. For one, the flu season got its earliest start in 16 years. There are two flu strains that are overlapping each other this flu season, which means you can get sick twice from different flu strains. And the flu vaccine isn't a perfect match, but it's still the best defense against the flu. Debbie Sardone is a cleaning expert, and she joins Art and me now online to talk about carrying the flu around on your phone and in your house. Debbie, is nowhere safe?
Good morning. You are absolutely right. During flu season, we are fighting those germs, and then we have to go do battle in our own homes with devices we use every single day.
What are the germiest places in our homes?
Oh, my goodness. Studies have shown that we have certain things in our homes that are actually tested to be dirtier than a toilet seat. So, for example, your cell phone. It goes with you everywhere, including the lavatory at work, in the restroom. It is what it is. People are holding those cell phones and using them every day without ever wiping them down.
So the logical question at this point is, how do you clean your cell phone without doing any damage to it?
Well, there's a couple of things you can do to battle these germs. First of all, you do need to wipe down that cell phone, especially if you've been coughing and hacking into your hands and handling it. Wipe it down with one of those sanitizing wipes. You can buy them off the shelf at the grocery store, and they say kills 99% of bacteria and germs. So that's step one. But step two, old-fashioned hand washing still is the very best defense against germs. Warm, soapy water, wash your hands more frequently during flu season to help with that cross-contamination and carrying those germs into your mouth and into your eyes.
And I've heard medical people say, Debbie, that we should be very careful about touching our face. You know, that people do it so mindlessly. Maybe you're scratching your face or something, but then you might have germs on your hand, and it's time to wash your hands again.
Exactly. And it's more important when you have been around people who are sick, or you've been sick, or your kids have been sick. We just need to wash our hands more frequently. When you can't get to a restroom to wash with warm soapy water, then carry some hand sanitizer in your purse or in your pocket just during this intense flu season. And be extra diligent about a few other things in the home that need to be wiped down and sanitized that we never even think about.
Like what?
Well, one thing are doorknobs. People rarely sanitize the doorknobs, so wipe those down when everybody's been sick. Something else people don't think about, take the remote control for the TV and wipe that down with some sanitizing wipe. Those things go years with people coughing and sneezing and handling them, and there are certain cold viruses that can live up to an hour to some flu strains can live up to 24 hours on hard surfaces. So if somebody's been coughing and sneezing and handling the remote, that can be cross-contaminated with everything else that comes into contact with. So just wipe it down.
And that's especially true in hotel rooms as well, because those remote controls, doorknobs, all the things that you just listed are being handled by people using the hotel room, people who work at the hotels, all of those things.
Right. Complete, total strangers are holding those remote controls, coughing and sneezing, and then you go and pick it up and you're perfectly healthy, and they weren't. Something else in your home and in hotel rooms people never think to disinfect is the handle on the toilet. People don't wipe down the handle on the toilet, they clean the toilet. But that is in direct contact with the overspray every time you flush. More germs are found on toilet flush handles than just about any other place. And there's one more place people forget about, and that is the bottom of a woman's purse. How many times have we ladies come into the house, set our purse on the kitchen counter or the kitchen table, but it was sitting on the floor of the restroom in an airport or at our office restroom because there wasn't a hook on the back of the door? So these are little things just be extra diligent about to keep clean in the home.
I like it when restaurants have hooks under the table to hang your purse on so you don't have to put it on the floor. But that is one thing I think a lot of us don't think about, Debbie.
Exactly. I love it too because of convenience, but we forget it goes beyond convenience. We're dragging all that filth and germs from the bottom of the purse to our kitchen counter where we are about to prepare dinner that we think, well, the counter is clean.
And we are sitting 2 inches away from microphones that people used before us, and maybe they had a cold or they're going to use after us.
Exactly. Now, luckily, the germs typically on hard surfaces, depending on what germs they are, may be gone within 24 hours, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Wash your hands more frequently. You're probably in more jeopardy of just shaking hands with a guest and then putting your hands accidentally on your face and your mouth. You know, if you bite your fingernails or you're touching your eyes, putting your contacts in, that's when we just need to be extra diligent to wash with warm, soapy water.
I think that's why a lot of people don't shake hands. And they even say, you know, I was getting over a cold or it's flu season. So,
Exactly.
you know.
And it's more and more acceptable to do that. Used to, people were offended. It's perfectly fine to say, I don't want to shake your hand because I've been sick. Mm-hmm. Or if you have a compromised immune system, people that are battling cancer and other diseases, when your immune system is compromised, it's even more important to be diligent about some of the things you never think about that's harboring those germs. Keyboards, you know, your computer keyboard, especially if you use a public keyboard or share a keyboard at work with other people, those things rarely get wiped down. Just get out those sanitizing wipes and wipe them clean.
So as a cleaning expert, how do you put all of these things into practice?
Well, as a cleaning business expert, you know, we go into homes every single day. Luckily, when we clean, we're going into the customer's home. And so it's typically their germs in the home that we're cleaning up. It's important that on a day-to-day basis you use a non-toxic, non-disinfecting cleaning product to do general household cleaning, because studies have shown you can create a super bug if you're constantly spraying every single surface that you clean with these strong, high-powered antibacterial sprays. They're usually not used correctly, and they literally will kill off the weakest germs and leaving behind the strongest germs to mutate. So it's best in the home to use non-toxic, safe, eco-friendly cleaning products for general household cleaning, and then reserve those bleach-based cleaners for when you know somebody's been sick in the house. We need a little bleach-based cleaning products to wipe down and disinfect.
We're chatting with Debbie Sardone, and Debbie's website is speedcleaning.com. Debbie, what will our listeners find on your website?
A whole host of things: cleaning products, the best in the industry, cleaning tools, and of course our own branded line of eco-friendly cleaning products. And for cleaning companies, huge discounts for cleaning companies that want to start using safe products in the homes of their customers.
You know, a texter just asked us. The texter went to the Department of Motor Vehicles and had to stick their face into that machine to read signs. Mm-hmm. And the texter saying people do that 100 times a day. What can be done about that if you're there taking a test and you don't want to stick your face in there?
I would absolutely bring a little bit of sanitizing wipes with me, and I would wipe down that face shield before you put your face in it. And then the second thing is wash your hands when you leave. Obviously, your face is not going to end up somehow getting into your mouth and your eyes. So I really do think you're extra protected there. But do wash your hands because you're handling everything at the DMV. Wash your hands when you leave. It's a high-traffic, high-contamination location.
Debbie Sardone from speedcleaning.com. Thanks for joining Art and me here in St. Louis on KTRS.
Thank you.
Take care.